You guys ready for the laws of the universe? Alright, let's get in it. The law of vibration. Within this law, everything that correlates with the first law applies, but it's in your vibration. What do I mean by that? When you feel one of these feelings, the color coordination is the vibration of those feelings. So higher up on the chakras are these feelings. And what are these? Oh, sorry. Higher up on the vibration are these feelings. Peaceful, thankful, sentimental, serene, relaxed, content, thoughtful, intimate, loving, trusting, nurturing. This comes from the heart chakra. In any given situation, if you feel these feelings, then that means in that situation, you are operating from your heart chakra up. The highest vibration possible is love. True love, like absolute love. Not that toxic love like, I hate you, but I love you. Not that toxic love where it's like, I can't stand your face and I want to punch it, but I love your cooking. Not that stuff. Not at all. Alright, you have sadness, mad, scared. Alright, these are all the lower base chakras, the lower form. Now, this is not the correct color code. I wish I would have known that before. But we're going to work with it anyways. So when you look at the frequencies of each and every emotion, the lowest frequency that you can have is fear. So if everything you do is because you're afraid something bad will happen, so that's why you do it. So, for example, if you work really hard because you're afraid you're not going to be able to make the bills, you're operating out of fear. If you continually try to protect someone because you're afraid something's going to happen to them, that's operating out of fear. That's not love. Think of it this way. Love is freedom, while fear is control. Okay? Now, as you go up from that, you have fear and shame. Okay? It is better to feel shame than it is fear, and it is better to feel anger than it is shame. It's better to feel anger than guilt. And as you go up the frequencies, and forgive me, I do not have my alpha and omega frequency paper for you today. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to attach it right here. And that way you guys can understand it a little bit better. So if you take a look, you'll be able to see that the omega frequency operates from fear all the way up to it's like something like contentment or something like that, peacefulness, like it's not really indifferent, but it's It's where you're not neither care nor not. Alright, and then from there it goes all the way up to love. Alright, and the alpha frequency is love. You ever watch Godzilla and they're like, oh, they're playing the alpha frequency? That's it. It's love. So if you turn on that frequency, you'll only attract God-like beings. You'll only attract them. Period, point blank, and simple. Every thought you have is a frequency. You're sending a brain wave, like a sound wave, out into the universe. You will get back the likeness of your thoughts. Whatever frequency your will operates at, that's long wave frequency. Short wave is thoughts. Medium wave is feelings. Will, though, is long wave. I'm talking about destiny, fate, lifelong stories, whatever your will operates at, that's the long wave. That determines your destiny, your fate, everything on that spectrum. So, if you think of thought waves as a heart beating really, really fast, that's what thought waves are. Alright, if you look at it on scale, it looks like a whole bunch of mountains. Okay? Mountains and valleys, mountains and valleys. And then if you look at the emotion waves, they look like hills. Like biorhythms. Alright? But if you look at your will waves, they look like steady climb, steady fall, steady climb. Now, everything you see in this universe has those distinct three waves. Okay? They have a very fast wave, a medium wave, and a long wave. Everything you look at operates like that. That's why we have the Trinity, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That is the signification of what everything operates from and as and of. Alright? It was determined long ago by ancient Hindus. Because they have records from 5,000 plus years ago. That it was determined that 3 letters were spoken by God to create the universe. That's 3 waves of sound. And that's where we get how many ohms you're using. Yeah. Everything is energy. Everything. So when you consciously decide that you want to begin to flow with the energy consciously, you will go from fear, grief, depression, powerlessness, and victim mentality all the way up to knowledge, empowerment, love, freedom, and acceptance. appreciation. Yeah, appreciation. Sorry, I'm reading through the paper backwards. It is beautiful, the ascension process. To understand each law of the universe is to consciously coordinate your body to align with that frequency of that magnitude to achieve whatever you desire. You see, in the Bible it says, you have to believe as if it has already happened, and your prayer will be answered. How do you get that kind of confidence? Unless you make it past the heart chakra. Because when you go through the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, when you reach the heart, after that, the whole ball game changes. You don't want to be in toxic relationships no more. Matter of fact, you don't want toxicity in your life at all. You don't want to do none of that. None of that even interests you no more. It doesn't excite you. It doesn't turn you on. Nothing. None of that. You know, you go abstinent for a while. You know, you don't speak to people. You really just self-discover and actualize. And when that happens, it's like you feel like, now I'm getting it. Like, now I can understand why everything had happened the way it happened in my life. It was because I was so unconscious. I was so not awake. I was just reacting out of a place of survival. So when you can break down what you're doing wrong and discern on how to do it right, you can start to consciously see your patterns, your unconscious patterns, the ones that keep you in a state of making fun of other people because you're denying your own problems, your own issues. When you would rather focus on another person than focus on yourself. And it is only in human nature to compare oneself to the next. But the laws of the universe sees no distinction, and neither does your subconscious mind when you make fun of another person. Because when you make fun of another person, your subconscious mind truly believes that's who you are. It tells you, oh, I'm not worthy of praise. I deserve to be made fun of. That's what happens when you do it to another. So understand, and higher stand. We are all in this together. It's always up for interpretation, but it's something you should check out. Guys, take it easy.